Joan, can we hear your opening remarks, please?
I just want to thank everyone for taking the time to have me here. I know COVID, a lot of us are at home, and I'm just going to continue to wish the Philippines and everyone all the best health and safety.
Thank you, Joan. Sir Richard, your opening remarks, please.
All right, good morning everybody. Magandang umaga po sa inyong lahat, sa mga nakikinig po. Maraming salamat po pag-imbita sa amin dito ni Joanne sa TAPS. So we are here to update you with the latest news regarding Karate Pilipinas and our pre-qualifying athletes. So good morning again.
Okay, thank you, Sir Richard. Mr. Alcacid, welcome po sa TAPS. Your opening remarks, please.
Good morning po sa inyo lahat. Maraming salamat sa lahat sa inyo pag-imbita sa akin dito. Ako po si Oyet Alcacid, racing manager ng Philippine Racing Club, sir. I-ano ko lang yung kanina kasi Philippine Racing Commission yung nabanggit mo. Ilan po. Marami pong salamat.
Okay. Thank you, Sir Oyi. Coach Vernon, welcome back to TAPS.
Yeah, Sir Ed, thank you very much. Good morning sa lahat. Maraming salamat for this opportunity to talk regarding the sport of wheelchair basketball again here sa TAPS. I'm Coach Vernon, yung head coach ng wheelchair basketball national team natin. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Coach Vernon. Pastor, siguro ako na rin uli ang mag-open na sa mga questions natin, no? Tanungin ko muna si Joanne. Joanne, welcome back again to TAPS. And Joanne, let's talk about the coming Tokyo Olympics. We know that you are one of the karate practitioners now who are still hoping to book a ticket to the Tokyo Olympics. Can you give us an update on your preparations and training for karate, especially during this pandemic?
Yes. So right now, the national team is continuing the training. There are a lot of group trainings and scheduled practices and programs that we all must follow. Unfortunately, here I'm in California, so I'm not able to participate because of the time difference. So I do everything that I can to stick to the program and as well as add however I can to my training. But for now, everyone is just hoping that the Olympics will continue, and me and then my other teammates as well are just training as if, to represent our country.
Joanne, there are still a lot of qualifying tournaments for karate in the Olympics. Do you have the dates of these qualifying tournaments early next year?
I don't. Right now the schedule is still up in the air. There's nothing 100% sure, I believe, with any of the events at this moment.
Okay, thank you for the answers, Joanne. Sir Richard, tanungin naman po kita. Last year, you were one of our guests at TAPS, sa National Press Club, and you mentioned a lot of the karate practitioners who have a very good chance to make it to Tokyo Olympics. Give us an update yung mga preparations ng Karate Pilipinas para mag-qualify po ang mga atleta natin sa Tokyo.
Right now, we have 6 athletes that are preparing for the pre-qualifying. And Joanne is one of them. No? We have Jamie Lim, Juna Tsuki, Ivan Agustin, Alvin Batikan, and Sharif Afif. Now, all 6 of them are currently training as we speak. So they train every day. If I'm not mistaken, the rest is only Sundays. They have online training. They have individual training with our coaches and our Turkish coach, especially the strength and conditioning part. We have Mr. Sani Montalvo as our strength and conditioning coach. So they're doing everything that they can to keep up the team at par. No, Joanne is currently training by herself in California because of time difference. No, but she has a training program that she follows. So we believe in the professionalism of Joanne, as she has been in the top 6 in the world before. So she can handle and push herself to the limit. But of course, the training, the online training is not enough. We miss the training with partners, especially the timing, distancing, the reaction. That's what missing. But in terms of fitness and conditioning, they are in tip-top shape, 100%. No, I'm pretty sure about that because I can see their meetings. No, we have a pool of 76 national athletes starting from the cadet, juniors, under 21, and seniors. They all train together, I think, if I'm not mistaken, 3 times a week together. And then we have the seniors national team training separately on a different schedule. Then we also have the qualifying teams training on a separate schedule as well. So they're pretty busy. I would say they are really busy with training. It's like we didn't have the pandemic.
Sir Richard, you mentioned a while ago that we have 6 athletes na who can still make it to Tokyo. Ano po yung mga tournaments na tinitignan nyo na pwede nilang salihan na pwede sila mag-qualify sa Olympics?
Well,
at meron na pong date ba na ibigay or talagang wala pa rin talaga because of the pandemic?
Well, the temporary date for the qualifying will be on June, no? In Paris pa rin. Kasi this year was supposed to be last May. But due to the pandemic, it was canceled and it was moved to June, the same venue in Paris. Again, our players are training online now, no? But we have talked to the Philippine Sports Commission regarding our bubble, and we might be training in Inspire as our training bubble training venue. So in Inspire, we already spoke to Mr. Hansi together with Commissioner Fernandez and Benji Yuchiko. We had a meeting with them. It seems like it's going to happen, no? But again, since training partners are a bit scarce here in the Philippines, so because of the IATF restrictions, so we submitted already a request to the PSC that our athletes be training abroad as early as January or February. Then we will start. When we start the bubble, I think Joanne will be coming over already together with the team in the bubble. And then when we depart, most probably would be in Istanbul again. So we all go together. The team goes there, all of the players. Juna is also in Japan currently right now, training with his father. So she also has a separate program. So everybody has their own training program, specialization. So that's the plan.
Sir Richard, of course, gusto natin na lahat ng 6 na na-mention mo will qualify to Tokyo. But in your conservative estimate, ilan po ang very realistic na nakapasok sa Tokyo among the 6?
Well, I'm very optimistic, no. I'm really hoping that one of them, or at least 1 or 2 players, will go in. But I'm rooting for. I think we have more chances with the Triple J. The Triple J is Joanne, Jamie, and Juna. So the men's is very tough, no. But again, I'm not losing hope, and I think they have a pretty chance. Like especially with the Alwin Batikan and Ivan Agustin. These are newbies and they are really hungry. And Sharif is also there. Sharif is he fought with the world number 1 in his weight category and he lost by just 1-0. So and that player is not going to compete during the qualifying in Paris. Because in karate, we have 3 ways of qualifying. Number 1 is the point system, the world ranking. World ranking means you need to participate in all of the Premier Leagues. But unfortunately, it's too costly for us, no? Because most of the tournaments are in Europe. The second one is true continental ranking. No? You have to be number 1 in the continent. And then the final ranking, which is going to be in Paris, those who have qualified in the Olympic ranking and the continental ranking will not participate in the Paris Championships anymore. So meaning they will not be there. So chances of winning are more higher. At the same time, since the pandemic, we had 1 year of cancellation of the games. And most of the players are also aging, remember. But our players are very young and hungry. So 1 year of training, extra time for preparation for this is very good for us. So I don't see the pandemic as a disadvantage. In fact, it was an advantage for us.
Thank you, Sir Richard. No? I'm sure marami pang tatanong sa iyo mamaya yung mga kasama natin. No? Tanungin ko naman si Mr. Alcacid. Sir Oyi, we all know na isa ka sa mga respetadong jockeys, no, during your time, no? And right now itong horse racing natin medyo ngayon pa lang nakakabalik mula nung nagkaroon ng pandemic. So ano po ba ang latest sa horse racing, especially dito sa PRCI, no, na kung saan kayo ang racing manager?
Salamat, Sir Ed. Yung horse racing natin, recently lang napayagan ulit na bumalik. With the condition na once a week lang yung karera na paghahatian ng 3 karerahan natin ngayon. Marami mang ipinagbawal since September, bawal ang OTBs, bawal ang social gathering and stuff like that. So napakahirap siyempre para sa isang club na tulad namin na nagdidepende sa mga tao, sa mga taya. So naisipan ng PRC na magpumilit na makadevelop ng online gaming. Yun yung tinatawag namin na MOTB ngayon. Kasi bago nitong pandemic, yung PRCI ang walang online betting. Yung San Lazaro, yung MJCI, merong fast bet na tinatawag. Yung MMTCI, yung Metro Manila Turf Club, meron na develop na smart bet. Pero yung PRCI, yung traditional na telebet pa lang. So minagaling namin para naman makahabol kami na mag-develop ng bagong sistema, yung MOTB, meaning Mobile OTB ang tawag. Online ng ano nito, ang base nito, at pwedeng gamitin sa cellphone at sa laptop. At kaya lang nung nagka-problema kami last week, kasi sa pagmamadali namin na ma-launch tong MOTB na to, medyo marami pang mga, siyempre lahat naman ng bagong platform, lagi merong mga problema sa umpisa. So yun, medyo nakikipagtulungan kami sa GAB ngayon at inaayos ito na para sa susunod mas maganda.
Sir Oyi, nabanggit mo yung efforts niyo, yung pakikipagtulungan niyo with GAB, no? Ano na po ang mga naging arrangement niyo with GAB and with PhilRACOM regarding dito sa sa ginawa niyong MOTV para maging maayos po ang lahat, lalo na sa yung mga betting public po natin na hindi na mag-alala na magkaroon ng mga illegal arrest or whatever man kung hindi po naaayon sa batas. Ano po ang arrangement niyo with Gab right now?
As of now, right now, the minute na nag-uusap tayo, yung GAB ay nasa opisina namin ngayon sa Makati para tulungan sa pag-aayos ng MOTB namin para masiguro na wala kami magiging problema. Binigyan ng taning ang PRCI na maibalik yung mga or mabayaran na sa wakas yung mga taya na naging problema namin nung last time. Pero as of this writing or as of this moment, naiayos na lahat. Nakipag-coordinate na lang kami sa GAB ngayon para inspeksyonin at i-validate yung mga taya na binayaran. Pagkatapos yung issue tungkol dun sa ginawa ng GAB, operation ng GAB dun sa Makati nung Saturday. Siyempre, ng GAB yon? Nagpapasalamat kami sa tulong ng GAB na mapanatiling malinis ang ating karera. At inaasahan namin na ipagpapatuloy ng GAB to. Nakikipag-coordinate naman kami sa GAB. Ngayon, yung may issue doon na tungkol doon sa sinasabi na illegal yung MOTB, kaya inaresto ng GAB yung mga tao. Hindi po totoo yun. Pagpapatunay na ang GAB ngayon ay nasa opisina namin at nakikipag-coordinate kami upang maayos ang MOTB.
So Sir Oyi, after nitong pakikipag-usap nyo with GAB, sabi mo nga this morning nasa opisina nyo, after nung usapan nyo with GAB, you can assure na yung betting public na everything will be in order, no, as far as yung mga MOTB is concerned?
Yes, sir. In fact, yung report namin ngayong umaga, nag-post na yung betting department ng PRCI na tingnan na nung mga MOTB members, yung mga users, yung kanilang mga accounts at i-check yung balance nila, i-check yung ine-expect nila na mga tama at nakikipag-coordinate kami kung meron silang mga katanungan ay ibinigay din yung mga numbers. At right now, nandun ang GAB ayun nga, ulitin ko, nandun ang GAB sa opisina upang masiguro na lahat above board.
Thank you po, no, Sir Roy. No, I'm sure marami parang tatanong yung mga kasama ko. Pastor, punta naman ako kay Coach Vernon. Coach, nakasama ka na rin namin last year, no, sa top sa National Press Club, and can you give us an update sa mga activities na ginagawa nyo sa wheelchair basketball since nung huli tayo nag-usap last year and hanggang ngayon na mas naging challenging yung times dahil sa pandemic. Ano po ang latest sa wheelchair basketball natin?
Okay, thanks, Sir Ed. Yeah, last year kasi we talked about the forming of the women's team. So that time hindi na siya abot for the 10th ASEAN Para Games sana here in the Philippines, ano. So but then we pursued, we got some players for the women's team, but not for the 10th na nga kasi canceled na siya. Sa Vietnam, we hopefully we can field in a team na in Vietnam on the 2021 edition. So with regard to the national team naman for men's, ayun nga, we were very disappointed when the announcement came na hindi na siya matutuloy. So at first, na-postpone siya because of funding issues then na-reschedule siya ng March, then nagkaroon ng lockdown. So we can just imagine the feeling of the athletes nung nangyari yon. But I think like sinasabi ni Sir Richard kanina, maybe for us it is a blessing in disguise din kasi for at least 10 years now, ang ginamit for competitions is yung mga wheelchair natin na very very old na mga luma back then, na mga 20 kilograms against 9 kilograms per wheelchair nung mga ibang countries. But last November, thanks sa PSC, we have been given a gift na of support. Dumating yung ating in order from Japan na mga wheelchair who can we can now compete with other countries. Kasi talagang noon grabe yung paglabas na yung dila ng mga players natin, hindi pa tayo makahabol sa kanila. But then it's I thought nga of it as a blessing in disguise kasi November dumating. So we don't have any time na to to practice on the chairs eh. So yung disparity nung weight sobra. So kailangan ma-accustom ng mga player. So nung na-move, so kahit na medyo masakit, at least we will have the time ngayon to have more practices. Tapos in addition, meron tayong last year na form din natin yung ating Wheelchair Basketball Federation Pilipinas. Although we're in the process of securing yung registration sa SEC, that is part of the plans of PhilSpada to have all the para sports register their own we call it National Para Sports Associations, yung NPSA, counterpart ng ating mga NSAs sa able-bodied sport. So that's a big development sa para sport. So we're focusing more on that ngayon. With regards to the team naman, yung training, we continue to train every day. They were their own. We're just monitoring. We gave them programs. We send their wheelchairs home para magkaroon sila ng skills training on their own. Of course, with proper monitoring. So ayun, hopefully that will cover for the lost times namin in practicing. Of course, iba pa rin yung magkakasama. We're looking forward to that. But then, kailangan maging in tip-top shape pa rin sila every time.
Okay, thank you again, Coach Peister. I'm sure yung mga kasama natin ay gusto na rin magtanong sa mga guests natin. Let's give them the chance.
And right now, up next, we have Ivan of Dugout and Philippines News Agency. Ivan? Ivan, are you here? Are you with us? Okay.
Teka,
Ivan?
ako na muna siguro, Feister, no? Habang nandito pa si Sir Antonio. Sir, tanong ko lang, no, yung Triple Crown natin, no, pinagpatuloy natin, pero paano nakaapekto tong Triple Crown at saka yung Presidential Cup for this year, and paano yung pag-urong ng calendar neto sa racing calendar po natin?
Actually, naging napakaraming diskusyon na nangyari kasi nga 'di ba ang Triple Crown natin was supposed to be start natin is first week of May, 'di ba? Tapos June and July. Kaso because of the pandemic, nung nag-start tayo ng September, pinagtanong namin bawat isa mga horse owners kung meron sila naka-ready na 3-year-old na naka-schedule para sa Triple Crown. And fortunately, meron yung mga butihin nating mga horse owners katulad nila Mayor Abalos at nila Attorney Morales at nila Mr. Sandy Javier. May mga nakaantay na entries. So nakabuo tayo ng first leg and second leg. Natapos na yon. So yung third leg na lang inaantay. Pagkatapos nagkaroon ng gusot ng konti para sa schedule ng Presidential Gold Cup kasi kung matatandaan nyo last year, minandate ng PCSO na yung Gold Cup ay para lamang sa 4-year-old and above courses. Inapila ito ni Mayor Abalos last week, mga 2 weeks or 3 weeks ago, na ibalik sa dati na magkaroon ng chance yung mga 3-year-olds na sumali. Kasi dati naman pwede. So napagbigyan siya, kaya lang yung schedule ng mga races natin for the Triple Crown at yung sa Gold Cup nabago. Originally, after the pandemic, yung schedule ng Gold Cup is supposed to be December 6 yata. Pero masyadong magiging malapit dun sa November, last week ng November na third leg para sa 3-year-olds. So nai-adjust namin yon, nai-adjust ng Silracom yon, at nagkaroon ng bagong schedule na tentatively sa December 27 sa NJCI yung Gold Cup. Yung third leg sa November 29 yata.
Actually, sir, ang tanong ko pa, yung di ba medyo nasira pa yung calendar natin sa Philippine racing, no, dahil sa pandemic. Pero are we seeing na unti-unti natin ibabalik yung dating schedule ng ng PRC by 2021, lalo na't pinayagan na po tayo ng GAB na magsimula uli ng mga racing natin. And may mga special events pa sana. I was talking to some people in PRC na may mga special events this year. This was supposed to be a huge year for Philippine racing, sir, no? So yung mga plano po ngayon, anong bang mabalak po natin gawin for the rest of the year, and maybe jump starting po natin yung 2021?
Hopefully marami tayong mga stakes races naka-line up. 'Di ba usually talaga pag December, yung mga stakes races, mga year-end ending ng karera, usually malalaki talaga. So starting this Saturday, Sunday sa Malvar, sa MMTCI, naka-schedule ang Club Don Juan, hindi ko alam, basta Club Don Juan Cup, parang ganon. Then the next week sa San Lazaro is the Marho Breeders' Cup. So yung mga tri-org na tinatawag namin, yung malalaking mga organizations ng horse owners, magpapakarera hopefully tuloy-tuloy hanggang December para mapakinabangan natin yung weekends natin. So asahan sana ng mga mananaya na magkakaroon tayo ng magagandang mga karera sa susunod ng mga linggo.
Okay, Sir Ed, I'm done with my questions kay sir. I think may meeting pa yata siya.
Yeah. Before you go, sir, we actually have a question from the comment section. We have from Gab Ferreras for Mr. Alcacid. Sir, can you explain to us kung ano po ang naging problem sa betting system noong linggo sa Santa Ana at kung na-actionan na po ba ito?
Actually, ang napaka-minor lamang nung problema is a matter of rounding numbers. Siyempre sa pagtaya, you have to round off numbers. So doon lang nagka-problema. When we computed based on the old system, nagkaroon lang ng mga discrepancies sa decimal points. Kaya lang siyempre, when you multiply these decimal points in millions, medyo malaki-laki na rin. So we have to defer paying dividends to make sure na tama yung once and for all in computations. And we coordinated with GAB. That's why yung GAB naging mahigpit sa amin kasi it has to be exact kung ano yung and we try to do that. And this was because hindi dahil sa mali yung system. It was because sa pagmamadali ng PRCI na mai-launch agad to in time para makahabol kami dun sa online platform. Medyo dun lang nagka-problema sa decimal points, which is in a way maliit para sa atin, Pero pag minultiply mo in millions, medyo malaki. Nasolusyonan na to, if the MOTB users will just check their accounts, it was announced that their bets and their money are already there.
All right. So we have another question from Ivan.
So, before you, sir, ask ko lang po first information nga, yung mga top horses na kailangan nyo makita for this horse racing season. Ano mga kabayong dapat namin abangan? And who's jockeying them?
Right now, may mga superstars tayong lumalabas katulad ng General Calentong, nanalo ng 2 leg ng Triple Crown. Meron mga contenders na yung 2-year-old champion natin na si merong Bell eh. Sorry, hindi ko masyado na matandaan. Pero hindi nakasali, ang history is hindi siya nakasali ng first leg and second leg. Pero nagbigay ng hint na sasali siya sa third leg. So yun ang inaabangan ngayon ng bayang karerista, the rivalry na mangyayari kasi parehong superstars yung mga kabayo, and also the veteran ones na mga sasali sa Gold Cup sa December 27. So yun ang mga lalaking events na exciting na babantayan ng mga tao ngayon.
Alright.
So curious lang. Curious lang kasi yun is being held sa Malbar, sa may Lima. So I'm just asking, naka-stay ba sila sa Lima, sa Malbar, or medyo may ba silang some sort of a bubble, or back and forth yung mga kabayo minsan from Malbar possibly to somewhere up north? Ano sustain nila pagdating?
Sorry, medyo choppy. Okay, pwede pa kayo ulit.
Ivan, can you repeat that?
Pwede pa kayo ulit.
I know it. Anyway, so going back nga, so yung event nyo lagi sa Malbar, which is Matap sa Marangas, 5 years sa Lima. So ano ba setup ng mga jockeys and horses doon? Nakabawi ba sila of sorts, or nagkatravel sila back and forth to somewhere up north?
Right now, the IATF has allowed travel of horses and jockeys, pero merong strict protocol na sinusunod. If you were to travel from, example, Naik to Malbar, we are going to be tested. The jockeys, once they get there to Malbar, parang bubble, hindi sila pwedeng umalis. And the same with all the other clubs. So nagkakaroon ng colonies ngayon ng mga jockeys. Merong colony ng Naik, merong colony ng San Lazaro, may colony ng Malbar. And the same with the horses. The horses are exempt. Pero yung mga grooms nila, syempre yun yung hinihigpitan.
Speaking of San Lazaro, Carmona, so okay sa Carmona ay hindi pa? Kung hindi pa, when is it scheduled to reopen?
Oh, Carmona is open already, nice. Like PRCI. Sa kanila naka-schedule next week after Malbar this week. So sila yung susunod next week. And starting this week, Saturday, Sunday, magkakaroon na ng two-day racing ang mga karerahan. So expect sa Malbar to start Saturday races. And then next week sa San Lazaro. Then hopefully, para ma-approvean kami ng GAB, kami na masusunod. Yeah.
So since that mga karera right now closed door, so we are expecting mag-i-open list ng mga manonood o mapupusta yung racetrack for attendance.
Oo, malaking bagay para sa amin yung in-track betting na tinatawag. Right now, para kaming katulad nung sa mga PBA at NBA at yung other sports na walang audience. Hopefully, after this, medyo pag napatunayan natin na medyo safe naman, At yun nga, malaking bagay para sa mga clubs yung ma-open na sana. So hopefully walang magpatuloy na wala tayong aberya at mapakita natin sa IATF na medyo pwede na tayo mag-open. Unti-unti. We are trying to follow we are really strictly following the protocols for that.
Okay, thank you, Sir Antonio. Yeah.
Thank you.
May iba pa magtanong kabay sa atin.
All right. So thank you so much. Unfortunately, Sir, Mr. Alcacid has a prior commitment. But before we proceed, I'm going to ask everyone to please open your cameras for a quick photo op. All right. Everyone, open your cameras. There you go. Beautiful faces in the morning, indeed. All right, everyone, smile in 3, 2, and 1. All right. Thank you so much, Mr. Alcacid. We really do appreciate you joining us this morning. Sir Ed?
Yes, thank you again, Sir Oyi, for joining us, and we're hoping for the best para sa Bayang Karerisa natin.
Thank you, sir.
Of course,
Again.
yung mga guests natin will be still around, no?
Thank you, sir. I appreciate this invitation and looking forward to talking again soon. Thank you.
Thank you so much, and you have a wonderful day, Sir Alcacid.
Okay, thank you, sir.
All right, so we are going to proceed with our questions right now. We can go back to, give me a second right over here. Ernest, do you have any questions for our guest?
Hindi, si Ivan yata maraming tanong eh.
Gusto ko yun, na-shock siya.
Pwede naman.
Medyo na-shock si Ivan. Sige, Ivan, you can proceed.
So, Sir Richard. Sir Richard is, Sir Richard, you mentioned earlier that you're planning to hold a bubble in Lamba. So after the international training, will they start their bubble immediately, or may hindi pa like say 1 month or 2 months before they can restart the bubble?
Sir Richard, naka po kayo. Naka-mute po kayo.
Ivan, sorry, can you repeat that question? Medyo you're breaking up.
Yeah, so when will you start the Kalamba, their own Kalamba bubble? Right after their foreign training, or will you wait for some maybe like a month or 2 before they can start?
We are just waiting for the approval of PSC together with the POC and the final talks with the Inspire. So that bubble training. So as soon as that is all settled, we are ready to go to Inspire.
Thank you, Sir Richard. Good.
Thank you.
Right. Thank you so much, Ivan and Sir Richard. Up next, give me one moment right over here. Before we proceed, we have we want to give out a huge shout out to the Filipinas Warriors National Wheelchair Basketball Team for watching right now. Good morning to all of you. Thank you so much. And feel free to share our live stream right now. And from Prince Clifford, magandang umaga po from Wheelchair Basketball Team. And Onage Escalante as well. All right, so we have another question here from the comment section from Gab Ferreras. Another question to Joane Orbon. Aside from training sa Olympics, what are the other things that you are currently working on, like karate classes for children?
Yes, ma'am. I've been having a lot of karate training for children outdoors on Zoom. A lot of I had a lot of time in the beginning of quarantine. There was a lot of training, and then I realized this is going to be happening for a while. So with training, I found opportunities to help the community, the karate community as well. So it started with, you know, offering free clinics to kids in the Philippines. Also did free clinics here in the US, and then it turned into me helping kids training towards hopefully making the national team. So now I also have performance classes for those athletes, and also I realized there were a lot of kids at home who, you know, whose families needed them to get active. It's a very important time for children to be around others their age. So I found the opportunity of bringing classes to the outdoors. I know it's a lot more open here than it is in the Philippines at the moment, but it it's now I'm just beyond busy with classes and just continuing with giving back to the karate community.
That is so nice. Thank you so much for that. And a huge shout out to Renee. Good morning from Filipinas Warriors. Good morning to all of you guys watching right now. And let me just go ahead and check this. Gerard, do you have any questions?
Okay, sige, ako na. Thank you. Hello, good morning po. Good morning po, Sir Ed. Sa lahat po ng guests, si Sir Richard. Hello po, good morning po, sir. Good morning, Joanne. Good morning, Sir Bernwan. First question po, para po regarding po kay Sir Richard Lee muna po. Hello, sir. Good morning po.
Yes, good morning.
Hi, sir. Good morning po. Nice to see you po again. Sir, first up question po. Kamusta po yung training and preparation ni ang ating mga national athlete? Most especially yung kasi magkahiwalay po sa ngayon ang ibang athletes natin, yung iba po nasa abroad, yung apat po nandito sa Pilipinas. Kamusta
Yes.
po yung nila, yung preparation nila for Olympics? Sa tingin niyo po ba anong magiging chance natin sa Olympic qualifying?
Well, for now, we have 6 players that are going to the qualifying. We have one program for everybody, but of course, there's also specialization. So each of them have their own separate programs, guided by our Turkish coach, si Coach Okay Arpa, together with our other national coaches, si Chino Vigilla, Sunny Montalvo, Junel Peranya, Rodisa Avedra. So they have their own assignments. They train 6 times a week. So meron silang training na magkakasama sila lahat. Meron silang training na individual. Meron silang separate training for strength and conditioning. Meron din silang for tactics training. So Monday to Saturday yan, tuloy-tuloy lang sila. I would say in terms of strength and conditioning, they are in tip-top shape, 100% yan. No? So ayun nga, ulitin ko lang, kasi nga ang karate, we have two events, no? Kata and kumite. And in the pre-qualifying, we're joining the kumite, which is sparring. So what do we need now? We need sparring partners. No? Maganda ang kondisyon nila. Pero kung mawawala ang ensayo with regard to timing, distancing, reaction, siyempre, mangangapa rin sila. So, we really need to start the bubble training. At first, no? Bubble training meaning, doon sila lahat, doon sila nakatira. But again, we only have 6 players. We need sparring partners. So, that's why we also requested through the POC and the PSC na as early as January or February, our pre-qualifying team would start training in Istanbul. Para we have sparring partners there. A lot of world champions are in Turkey and nakakasabay nila mag-training. So more or less, the the training system na ginagawa nila, naya-adapt natin at the same time, nasusukat na natin ang level natin kung saan tayo. These players that are training in Turkey, the ones that are already qualified, will not be seeing action in the pre-qualifying kasi qualified na sila in the point system, in the ranking system. Pero makaka-train nila yon, and that would be a big boost for the team. So napakagandang exposure for them at the same time training ground in preparation for the pre-qualifying.
Pansin ko nga sir, parang karamihan ng mga pasok na sa competition sa qualified athlete puro taga Turkey, no?
Yes.
Parang malakas talaga ang kanilang lineup. Sir, regarding po dun sa kasi po parang ang ating komite, meron lang tatlong athletes per category, per men and women. So,
Yes.
may kata po ba tayo? Meron po tayong representation sa kata?
Yes, no, we did not send anybody for kata kasi nga medyo malayo pa tayo. So we have to be realistic, and our budget is limited. So we are sending the people that are really, almost there, no? So yung may pag-asa, just like with Juna Chuki, Joane Orbon. Joane has been competing in the Premier League for a long time, and she reached until rank number 6 in the world, no? So she's very much experienced. Juna right now is currently, I think, if I'm not mistaken, rank number 10 or 11 in the world, no? Well, ang problema lang namin sa komite, no, because of the limited categories, there are events that needs to be combined. Like for example, yung weight category ni Juna, yung si Juna kasi is very very good, no? She's very good. But she's in the under 50 kilograms. Pinagsama ang under 55 and 50 kilograms together. So it's going to be tough, but I'm not saying na wala siyang chance. Juna is very good. So she has a pretty good chance. The same with Joanne. Joanne has been there. She has the experience. She has the motivation. She's very professional. And I would say that counts a lot, no? Especially being there in the top 10 in the world for a long time, no? So I'm really rooting for the Triple J, no? Joanne, Juna, and Jamie Lim.
Triple J, magandang pakinggan yung Triple J. Yan sir. Regarding do sa kata, maiba tayo sir. Medyo kailangan parang maraming nagtatanong kasi, maraming gustong malaman, maraming na nahihiwagaan, kumbaga. Kasi when you say kata, first person na masasabi mo sa kata, which is ngayon umaangat yung kanyang name in terms of world rankings, which is he is already number 1. He is your former athlete, national athlete, James OJ De Los Santos. Sir, pwede po bang sa amin, pakikwento, pakiliwanagan po sana kami kung ano po ba yung totoo sa side niyo? Siyempre, we already heard his side. Mas maganda sir, yung side niyo, ano bang nangyari? Bakit po ba siya natanggal o ba't hindi siya naglalaro ngayon? Kasi magaling siyang kata Magaling siyang kata actually. Nag-number 1 siya. Magaling siya. So, ano po ba ang nangyari sir? Po sir. Thank you po.
Well, first and foremost, we did not remove him. That's a fact. Okay? We had a selection last January, end of January. He chose not to compete. So that's his loss, not ours. No? Again, with regards with the online championships that he's been competing, I'm proud of that. Again, I congratulate him. No, that's good for the country because it's representing the Philippines. But again, the online championships is a different thing from the actual tournament. Number 1, it's not taken live, it's video. Number 2, this is just club-based. This is not the national team. This is not the WKF ranking. That's totally different from the Olympic ranking. No? But I'm not discarding that. But again, he chose not to join the nationals because he felt that he was left out during the SEA Games. He was not. There was a selection. And that selection prompted because of his past achievements. No, unfortunately, yeah, he had been representing the country for 5 times in my administration, and then the coaches, especially Coach Okay, saw his performance. No, he was losing in first round on each championship. No, and then the last Southeast Asia Karate Federation Championships, he ranked number 8. No, and kata is an event wherein its perception is also very important. No, and if the judges are seeing you that you are in a losing streak, so there is a perception already that you might not get into the semifinals or in the finals. So we have to consider that. That's why they had a face-off between the Joko Vasquez and him, and they had selection. It was open. Everybody was there. I have 5 judges that overqualified as an Asian Karate Federation judges. All the coaches were there. They performed twice, 2 rounds. No, so and the scores went to the other guy, Mr. Joko Vasquez, and you can say that wrong because he won. And the other thing is, he was not removing the team. The Coach Okay told this is just a section for the Southeast Asia team, which is the Federation.
Medyo choppy, medyo.
Us.
Hello, sir. Medyo choppy.
Sir, medyo choppy po yung...
Yeah, medyo choppy.
Oh, okay, he's gone. He will be right back. We can proceed to the next question.
Nawala.
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 We can proceed
So,
to the next question.
Next question.
Ayan na uli.
Ayan, Sir Richard, you're back.
You're back.
Yeah. Sorry about that.
Okay lang, sir. No problem po.
Yeah. So anyway,
Medyo backtrack kayo, sir, ng mga 2 minutes. No, yung sinabi niyo 2 minutes prior. No?
Regarding
it's his
prior
choice
po dun
not
sa
to join the selection.
he faced Joko Vasquez about that, sir.
Sorry. Hello.
Hello?
Can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Medyo
about
nagana lang,
Anyway.
naglalag lang.
Choppy lang.
Yeah. Even Joan, I think Joan can attest to that. No? Joan, right? With regards with the section.
Yes, Sensei? Sorry, it's choppy.
Signal ni signal.
I was telling them that you can attest to that during the selection. Huh?
Yes, yes,
So,
Sensei.
again, we kept it kasi don't want to make issue. No? But, we just it was his choice not to join the selection anymore. No? So I cannot do anything about it. Kung hindi ka sasali sa select, how can we keep you in the team? No? It's the same with Rexor Takay, no? Rexor Takay opted not to join the championships because of financial problems, and but again, he's still open to come. The same with OJ. He can join the selection again. No, it's open to everybody. So wala dito. We're just trying to select athletes that we can, and so far, I would like to commend lang our coaches, like in 18 athletes, and 16 of them won medals. So say that's 90 out. Very proud of him. So they all delivered.
So, yun. So, malinaw na po, sir, na regarding that. Pero kung if ever na, pwede ba siyang bumalik ulit? nasa sa inyo, sir?
Definitely, he can come back. Wala kaming personalan dito. It's just work. It's just all for the country. It's for atletang Pilipino.
At least may malinaw na po yung side niyo. Thank you, sir. Maraming pong salamat sa inyong sagot, sir. With regards po dun sa later na lang po, sir, para pag baka may question po sa ibang
Alright.
natin. Punta po muna ako kay Coach Bernmon. Hi, Coach. Good morning po.
Pa-unmute na lang,
Nakamute po
Coach.
yata si
There you go.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning po, sir. Sir, yung sinabi nyo nga po kanina, disappointed po kayo. O nga po, nakakalungkot po mangyari na hindi po natuloy yung para games dito sa Pilipinas. Minsan lang mangyari sa atin yan. Pero regarding po sa sa Vietnam Games, ano po yung yung lineup nyo po ba ngayon sa men and women na po ba ito? Kamusta po yung lineup natin dun, sir? Ano yung chances natin sana sa para games dito sa Pilipinas? Tsaka yung chances natin sa Vietnam Games. Ano po ba?
Okay. The team has been intact for several years already. Of course, there are some factors kung bakit kung ano ikahihina and ikalalakas ng team So nag-gel na sila for several years of playing together. But then it remains to be seen kung ano yung chances because of the big factor yung ating mga wheelchairs. But one thing I can say is that very positive. We brought our new wheelchairs last November sa qualifying in Thailand, where Asia Oceania teams went there to compete. We fared fairly well naman. We have tumaas yung ating ranking by 1 or 2 notches lang. But then, considering na we brought our chairs right after a few days after it has arrived from dito sa ating bansa, so we can just imagine yung kung gaano kahirap yon. I think not to take away from the other teams, pero yung lineup natin ngayon is better with the chairs now. So ang ganda nung pinakita natin. All of our losses in the qualifying talagang dikit. Unlike before na talagang nung ginagamit natin yung luma, mahirap Mahirap. So malaking factor. Skills, andun na. Training for several years together, andun na. So hopefully, this coming 11th ASEAN Para Games in Vietnam next year, so we will fare well. Kaya lang, ang medyo challenge dito is for several years na iwanan tayo dahil doon. So hopefully makahabol tayo, especially sa SEA Games. Malalakas yung malalakas yung team ng ASEAN. Mas maraming ASEAN teams na malalakas like Malaysia and in Thailand. So may mga obstacles tayo. So but then I think we'll overcome. Maganda yung natin tinatakbo.
Thank you, sir. Thank you po. Maraming pong salamat. Bye, sir. Later na lang po ulit. Maraming po salamat, sir.
Thank you, Sir Gerard. Up next, we have Sir Ed Andaya.
Thank you again, Pastor. I have another question kay Joane. Joane, I remember last year you won a gold medal in a tournament in Ukraine. Is it one of the qualifying tournaments for the Olympics or not?
No, sir. That was an invitational tournament, international tournament.
Yeah. Do you think it's a big plus in your campaign to gain a ticket sa Olympics?
Yes, Paul, definitely. Anytime you get playing time is always always a plus. So for my campaign for the Olympics, it really just depends on how much exposure I get. The more that I'm fighting, the more that I have, high level partners and really just exposure. That's what it is. Support from the country. The better it is for me as an athlete and my confidence, and it really just helps everyone just supporting and being behind the athletes of the Philippines. Well,
In your event in karate, so you need to finish in the top three to book a ticket to Tokyo.
yes, po. So my weight class, I'm in the middleweight class. So top 3 goes to the Olympics, and um, just like Sensei Ricky has said, I've been in this league for a long time. I fought everyone. I've been 6 in the world at one point, and these are all players that I've have a background with and have gone toe to toe with. So it will be exciting, especially for the country.
Right now, what is your ranking? Number 6. So that's 3 more places to make it to the Olympics.
No, at the moment, no. So when I was switching countries from the US to the Philippine team, they removed all of my points. So now I'm starting fresh. The last chance for me to get into the Olympics is the last chance qualifier in Paris next year. So from there, I have to place in the top 3, I believe. And from there, I'm able to go to the Olympics.
Can I add something
It,
to Joan's ano?
okay.
I would like to take this opportunity to thank Joan as well, no? Because she was already there in the top 10, and she gave up her number 6 title to be able to compete in the Philippines. Kasi if you transfer to a different country and a different continental, all of her winnings and her points will be stripped off. And Joan is the the champion in the Pan American Games, no? And she was willing to give up everything just to be able to compete in the Philippines, to represent the Philippines. So with that, I'm really proud of her. I'm really looking forward for my Triple J.
Well, thank you, Sensei. And it's really
Uh,
I'm
Joan,
really proud
what
for it.
made you decide to give up? So you're already number 6 when you're in the US, and then you switch federations. Now you're back to from a scratch. No? So what made you decide to represent the country?
Why not? I think my answer is just why not. It's my I'm a first generation American. My parents are born and raised in the Philippines. They came here, met here. So I think it's just more of a proud moment that I could give back to them, and it's my blood.
Okay, thank you for that, John. Going back to your training in California, how are you coping with the health situation there in California, and what adjustment are you making in your training in the face of this pandemic?
Well, I think in compared to the rest of the world, I think the California and the US is pretty open. So for the most part, I'm able to move pretty freely, sir. So I'm just being safe, of course, being wearing my mask, always sanitizing, just careful, limiting who I am also around, because again, I'm the last thing I want is to get anyone in my family sick, because my family is my priority in my world. My parents, the last thing I would want is to get anyone sick because they are high risk and I'm considered not too much. Well, mute.
Nakamute, Sir Ed.
Okay, okay now. John, one more question. Last year you had a project with Pauline Lopez on Instagram. Can you tell us more about it? And they have plans to continue with this project to raise fund for the, I think, you stand with girls.
Yes, well, so in the beginning of the pandemic, I just realized I wanted to be more involved. When you're an athlete, you think for the most part very selfishly. So you just think, I need to win, I need to train for myself, I need to, go get the gold. But then once the pandemic happened, it opened my eyes into a lot of things that I knew that I wanted to get involved in after retiring. So one of the things was the people of the Philippines. I know I'm very blessed to have built the lifestyle that I've had just by being able to pursue sports. But before that, even the base, there are a lot of Filipinos that aren't able to even start. So I reached out to Pauline and I said, let's get on a project together to raise funds for people. And of course, I don't have a manager. I'm just doing this all on my own. So, of course, she had to check with her manager, see what she could do. And her manager found us, a good foundation to be able to get behind. So from there, we just used our platforms. Here, I use my connections in the US. She used her connections also around the world as well as me. And we just got people to donate to the Girls Got This campaign supporting underprivileged girls.
Okay, thank you for the answers, Joanne. Pastor, yung mga kasama natin, I'm sure may mga questions pa sila.
Yes, sir. Up next, we have Sir Peter Atencio of Manila Standard.
Hello, good morning.
Morning.
My question is for Joanne. I have managed to follow some of your tournaments on their official websites. I don't know what right now. I don't know what your last competition is. Can you talk to me about your latest competition, that the last time you joined? What was that about? Where was it, and what date was it?
Yes, po. So the last competition I competed at was, I believe, Salzburg, Austria, the Premier League. And
That's when?
That was was in March. Sorry, it seems like we've been in the pandemic for 5 years now.
What was the name of the tournament?
It was the Karate 1 Austrian Open or Salzburg Open.
Okay, can you talk about the tournament that you joined in? How was the experience?
My experience is very well. So I went a full year without competing, and it was 3 tournament. It was my first opening was the SEA Games where I won bronze, and then 3 international competitions. So it does take a lot of time to get back into your momentum. And by that tournament in March, I went to the final bronze match against a 4-time, 5-time world champion, Egypt, Gianna Lofty.
Yes.
Or Lotfi. So that was probably one of the most exciting matches that I've ever fought, because we did go toe to toe, and it was one of the best matches that I ever fought. And I'm sure, because for me to even just say that I fought, a multi-world champion and, gave her a run for money, was amazing.
Okay.
But, yes.
So what was your what's your next competition, or what's the next scheduled meet for you?
I believe we're taking it step by step right now, sir. So I think the first step is just to get back into training and training camp with training partners. And I believe I'm really not sure. That's a question more towards Sensei Ricky and administration on his plans for us.
Okay, so you're waiting. Hello. So you're waiting for your next competition. So who's your training partner right at the moment?
The air, sir.
Huh?
The air, the wall.
Just you and at home.
Yes.
Okay.
So I'm from a small dojo, a small group. So and my family lives have moved out of town from that place. So in this city there is no karate. There is no high level karate. So it's just me and my mind.
Where are you based now? Where are you based?
San Jose?
California.
Yes, po.
What town in San Jose?
Yes, so 40 minutes from San Francisco, south.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right. So up next, we have Sir Ernest.
Ayan, thank you very much, Pfizer. Joan, actually, I lived in San Jose for a few months. No, so it's a great place, great Filipino community. But my question is for Sir Vernon. Sir Vernon, wheelchair basketball right now, no? Syempre natigil yung hindi natuloy yung pag-host natin ng Southeast Asian Games, and meron ba tayong parang hindi ba tayo naudlot, no? Kasi we were expecting a lot, no? And we were just a few weeks away, no, to maybe pushing for the the SEA Games, no? Pero yung postponement ba ng para games, naka-harm ba siya sa changes ng Philippines, at saka does it raise expectations kasi you're given more time to prepare?
Well, for me it's mixed feeling right now. So in terms of the equipment, so nakatulong siya definitely, kasi take the players years actually to be comfortable with their chairs, kasi that will be part of their body na yung movement nung sa chair, yung mobility nila sa chair. But then there are some factors, right, like recently one of my top point guards was diagnosed with the acute kidney disease. So he's very much part of the rotation. So yung time niya inside the court, yung playing time niya malaki. So that will be one of the challenges in the future for me kung hindi pa siya makakabalik agad. So just to explain further regarding that, kasi kung sa able-bodied basketball, if your point guard is out, meron ka mga substitute. But here in wheelchair basketball, kasi may handicapping, we have classifications here. So ang classification niya is 1.5. So I am a coach. The wheelchair basketball coaches allow only 14 total of 14 classification points na ipifield mo yung 5 sa loob. So if the player is 1.5, you should look for a 1.5 also para makapag-form ka ng 14 points na classification sa loob. So you cannot go over the 14 classification points. So doon medyo may challenge. Hindi ako pwede maglagay ng another kung wala ka ng 1.5. You can go lower but you cannot go higher than 14 points. So medyo doon magkakaproblema ako. So right now, makakatulong yung time ko to look for different combinations or to train yung mga nasa training pool natin, if ever, na to be ready to take the place of Mark if ever hindi pa siya makarecover agad. So those kinds may mga factors doon. But in terms of preparation, of course, yun kagaya ng sinabi ko kanina, medyo masakit. Lahat sila medyo down kasi they have invited friends, they have invited families to go to the venue. Kasi this will be the first time for their families to watch the games . So very very much excited, tapos biglang nagganon. So well, of course, medyo ang role natin being a leader, you cannot know them that you're also disappointed and down ka. So you have to rise above all yung mga and be optimistic about everything kasi they look up to you eh. So ayun, tuloy lang kami.
And anyway, sir, no, in regarding to competition, are we already forming the team that will compete for next year's Asian tournaments?
Yes, we have marami ang naka-line up next year. So I think the team is intact with some players coming from the province na nag-join sa training pool natin. So pretty much intact talaga. Ang difference lang dito with Able kasi anytime pwede ka magpa-try out with the abundance of the players sa atin. But here in wheelchair basketball kasi is medyo hindi ganun karami ang pool or ang mga club teams. And hindi pa din ganun ka well-versed, lalo na yung mga nasa province kasi they lack coaches na pwede nating i-guide and turuan to be with the same program with the national team. So that's the project right now to teach coaches or to train coaches for them to guide local players in the provinces para naka-line. So mahirap ngayon sa tryout.
Hello, sir?
Naglag lang.
Naglag yata si sir. Hello, sir? Baka pwedeng I'll get back to you, Sir Verno, no? But I will ask my question now to Sir Richard Lim. Sir Richard, may phone-in question dito from Brian Yalong. Any upcoming tournaments daw for Jamie Lim?
With regards to the championships, wala pang definite kung ano yung pwede naming salihan for now. Wala pa kasing official na tournament na confirmed, no? But again, we were requesting at the PSC and the POC that our team be able to travel na as early as January or February next year so that we will be able to join pocket competitions abroad, no? To gain back their reaction, their timing, their distance, and training with the Olympians, the Turkish national team. So that's very, very important to us.
And thank you very much, Sir Richard. And another question from Brian here for Miss Joanne. Miss Joanne, wala ba daw kayong balak pumasok ng showbiz?
Showbiz isn't for me, Paul. I'm happy being simple, living a simple life.
Yeah, thank you very much for that
Great
answer.
answer.
Ayan, nakasagot yung tanong ni Brian Yalong no, na nagme-message sa akin ngayon. Birthday
Hi, Brian.
birthday ng anak niya kaya hindi siya makasama ngayon kaya pinapapasa na lang sa akin yung mga questions. But anyway, wala pa si Sir Vernon. Sir Vernon, are you here? Sir Vernon? Hello. Anyway, Sir Richard, no, ako na lang magtatanong ulit, no. With the rise of e-kata na lumalakas na siya ngayon online and we have some athletes getting recognition abroad. Any movement to strengthen up this aspect of karate? Hello, sir? Nawala rin.
Oh, he's gone.
Ang malas ko naman magtanong.
Wala
yung mga tinatanungan ko.
Yung mga tanong mo kasi pang showbiz kaya
Oo,
tuloy.
Doon tayo na lang mag-usap. Ano bang kamusta dyan?
Tanongin mo rin papasok ng showbiz si Sir.
Pinapatanong na sa akin, sayang yung mga tanong, sinusunod ko lang naman.
Natakot si Ma'am Malu.
Sir Brian
Malu,
kasi.
Mga
Dapat
tanong
nandito
niya.
ka.
Okay, Ma'am Malu, baka gusto niyo magtanong. Kayo naman, na-miss ko to si Ma'am Malu eh.
Showbiz yan, lagot kayo.
Nako, Ma'am
Nakamute
Malu.
po kayo, Ma'am Malu.
Mag-unmute muna kayo, Ma'am Malu.
Yan.
Isa na lang guest natin muna ngayon, nawala yung dalawa, magbalalagin uli. Hello, Ma'am Malu.
Oh, hello, hello. Sorry, maya. Mag-isip muna ako.
Ayan, bumalik na si Coach Vernon.
Ano yun na nga eh. Oh,
Hi,
ito
Coach.
si
I'm
Brian,
sorry.
pinapahirapan ako eh, no?
Am I back? Ay, ayan na. Oo.
Oo.
Sorry.
Ayun,
Yes, Sir Ernest.
siguro Sir Vernon, anyway, ang tanong din dito ni Brian Nyalong for you, no? You spoke about the well-being of the mental state of athletes during this pandemic. As a coach or as an organization, is there any way na trinatrack niyo tong aspect na to sa ating mga atleta? Kasi right now talagang the mental aspect of our athletes should be taken care of.
Yes, definitely, Sir Ernest. Ano? Ever since nag-start yung lockdown, of course, everyone is anxious eh. So, sobra. But then, umpisa pa lang, I delivered to some sa kanila talks via Zoom regarding this, just to be calm. Hindi natin alam kung ano mangyayari in the future nung March when we started the lockdown. So from time to time, si PSC is very helpful with this. Like right after this, no, tomorrow we have a regular schedule namin yon. We have a schedule again tomorrow with the psych team of PSC, just to track down yung kung ano na yung state yung status ng ating mga atleta. Yesterday we had sa wheelchair basketball naman, outside PSC's help. Meron si wheelchair basketball na webinar and the workshop for the players with no less than mga known life coaches and brain coaches. Yung first brain coach natin dito sa Philippines have conducted a workshop with them. So pretty much okay tayo. And I'm very thankful sa lahat ng mga tumutulong kasi that's all for free eh. So support lang nila dun sa ating team.
Okay, thank you very much, sir. Anyway, pwede na si Sir Richard ulit. Nandiyan na ba si Sir Richard?
Yes, I'm here. Sorry.
Okay, Sir Richard, no?
Sorry about that. My signal is a bit intermittent. I'm at Loyola Parañaque at my mom's wake. So
Yeah,
medyo
Condolence, sir.
Condolence po, sir.
Condolence, sir.
Okay.
Thank you.
Anyway, sir, yun nga yung question ko kanina, the rise of e-kata for the past months has been good, no? And may mga nagko-compete tayo mga athletes sa e-kata. Any push na we should push for this even further? Maybe send more athletes to do e-kata while we are waiting for the competitions to start, para at least man lang there's an aspect of karate that we are doing during the pandemic.
Yeah, the e-kata is a very good opportunity for everybody to join, no, and show their talents in the form of kata. We are encouraging everybody, of course, no. It's one championships that they can do while we are in the pandemic. But again, no, it's that's a good experience for them, no, and winning there is also very prestigious, of course, and we're very proud of them because they are winning and they are representing the country. But as I've said, no, everybody was asking me already, no. So paano yun? Number one si OJ. Sabi ko, he is always welcome back to join the national team, no. So he just has to go to the tryout, the selection, and that's pretty much easy for him because he's there already, and all he has to do is just come back, no. And again, I'm very proud of what he has achieved. Kasi nga, you're representing the Philippines. If it's not a world ranking it's not a double look event, who cares? As long as he's winning, that's all that matters, no. Nananalo siya, that's good, no. And again, I'm inviting him to come back, no. Balik siya. train siya ulit. Then join the selection. And we need people, in the pool. We need to have a bigger selection of talents in the pool, no? So that's very good for us. Walang mawawala sa amin kung madadagdag siya. In fact, that would be an asset for the karate community. The same with those other people that are competing in the IKATA championships. Well and good. I'm very proud of these people. And all I can say is congratulations to them.
Anyway, anyway sir, may mga nagsisend ng condolences dito sa ano ko sa social media ko, and sabi ni Brian Yalong, please tell Sir Richard condolences. He loved Ma'am Josie very much, and pati na rin si Sir Ron de los Reyes, sinabi na rin niya na malaking void na nawala po si Ma'am Josie para sa Philippine sports.
Maraming salamat po sa lahat ng pagbati. Alam niyo naman ang aking nanay ay napaka masigasig sa aming sa sports in terms like sa karate. She has been a part of our AAK karate family, and also at the same time a big loss to the ice skating community, as she was the president of the ice skating federation, in the Philippines. So I would say okay naman siya, no? We had prepared for this, and she died peacefully, so we are all ready for this, no? So she fought a good 3 years for her sickness.
Thank you very much, sir. Okay na ako, Miss Feister.
Thank you so much, Sir Ernest. Now, right now, we have a huge shout out to Speedy. Good morning sa lahat watching live from Bukawi, Bulacan. Hashtag Pilipinas Warrior Wheelchair Basketball. Thank you so much, you guys, for joining us today. And I am just going to check right over here. We have a question for Sir Vernon, Coach. Aside sa ASEAN Para Games, ano pa ang iba pang competitions na sasalihan ng men's at women's wheelchair basketball team?
Well, right now it's all hanging in the balance kasi we can talk of yung mga maybe yung mga naka-line up for this year will be postponed next year, like mga some invitationals. We have this yearly camp sa Korea, which is hindi rin natuloy, but then next year naka-line up din siya. We have this Bali Cup, merong World 3x3 na hindi natuloy, maybe next year. Yeah, itutuloy din yon. So, and yun sa Vietnam.
Thank you so much, Coach. Up next, we have a follow-up question from Gerard.
Hello, good afternoon. Punta po uli ako kay Sir Richard. Hello, sir. Uli.
Yes.
Yun. Sir, regarding po sa yung budget natin sa national team for the coming yung sabi niyo sa nila gusto niyo papuntang Turkey. So may request na po ba kayo sa PSC regarding that?
We submitted our training program for next year already. So it's been submitted to the PSC and with the POC through our chef de mission, Mr. Araneta. So it's there already. So it's a matter of kung may budget na at bibigyan kami ng go signal, then definitely we will make the arrangements. But for now, we are looking forward to the bubble first.
Okay, sir. So regarding to sa bubble po, sabi niyo kulang tayo sa mga mga athletes natin kasi kung 6 lang po yung magte-training. Ilan po ba mayroon pa po ba kayong ni-request na ibang athletes natin na pumasok sa bubble? So kung bibilangin po natin, ilan po ba sila lahat?
Well, we would love to bring some more, no? But unfortunately, budget constraints. medyo mahihirapan tayo for that. So we have to work on it. Doon lang. Tsaka there is also limited number of that are allowed to be in Inspire. So hindi rin talaga kaya madami. Kasi in the Karate Pilipinas training pool, we have about 76 athletes that are in the training pool. That's kasama ang cadets, juniors, under 21, and the seniors. So medyo malaki ang pool namin. No? So we really have a pool of talents that we're trying to build up. So it's a good thing because of this pandemic. All of them are training all together online. So that gives them no excuse to train because kahit nasa ang sulok pa sila ng Pilipinas, they can all train together. So yun lang advantage na nangyayari ngayon. But the disadvantage nga is yun nga, wala kaming sparring partners dahil nga bawal eh. Di tayo pinapayagan ng IATF eh. And our other nations that are here nearby in the Southeast Asia and in the Asian region, they are already competing in the national level. Meron na silang nationals. So kami wala pa. In fact, Vietnam has already had 2 national championships already this year. So they're really preparing for the SEA Games since they are the host. So that's sad, no? Kasi hindi naman natin masisisi ang IATF because syempre they're after the welfare of our Filipino citizens na hindi kumalat ang COVID, no? But again, there's the other side wherein we really have to prepare our athletes. So we're caught in between. But I think I'm just hoping for the best, and the solution for now would be the bubble training for our
Naglag tayo.
Naglag ulit si sir.
And sorry,
Ayan. It's okay.
I turned off my camera.
Sige pa.
Ayun sir, hello.
Sir.
Hello. Ayun.
Yes, Gerard, you were saying.
Yan. Apo. Sir, regarding po dun sa Olympics, kasi parang ang nangyayari po ata, ang mangyayari sa 2024, parang hindi na, this will be the last time muna, pansamantala siguro, na may karate sa Olympics kasi Tokyo ang host. So in the coming Olympics, parang hindi ba kayo na lulungkot kasi parang once in a lifetime lang yata yung joining ng karate uli sa Olympics, parang ganun.
Well, I would say it's not once lang because it's in Japan. No? Karate is now an Olympics. In Paris kasi, it's just the same as when we hosted the SEA Games, di ba? There are sports that you feel that you are not going to win, and the sports that you feel that you are going to deliver medals, you choose as a host kung ano ilalagay mo. Unfortunately, karate in France has been going down. No? They were once a powerhouse in karate, and now they're going down. But there are other sports that are more medal rich. Like, if I'm not mistaken, they're bringing in break dancing. Am I correct? And what else? So I think yun yung naging consequence doon, no? Since humihina yung karate nila, they have to remove it and put in another sport wherein it's medal rich. So same as tayo, nung nag-host tayo, we feel that we are very good in arnis, and really arnis delivered during the SEA Games. And now, in Vietnam, they are removing arnis. Kasi alam nila mado-dominate natin yun eh. So it's the same thing in the Paris Olympics. But come LA Olympics, I think we're back. We're back in the Olympics.
LA.
Yes. Because the US has a very strong karate team as well.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Thank you.
Arigatou gozaimasu.
Domo.
Domo.
All right. So right now, I'm going to give the floor back to Sir Ed.
Okay. Thank you again, Meister. I'm sure medyo talagang maganda yung naging usapan natin ngayong umaga, and before yung wrap up natin and yung weekly group photo uli natin, siguro we can ask our guests to for their parting remarks. Again, Sir Richard, condolences po ulit, no? And your parting remarks, please.
I would like to thank TOPS, no, especially Sir Ed, for inviting me and Joanne in your program. I'd like also to thank Gab Pereras for reminding me about this program today because I was really busy because of my mom's passing, no. So halos nakalimutan ko na to, and Gab was the one who reminded me. So again, to all the reporters that are here and ask questions and kinakamusta ang aming mga atleta, maraming salamat po sa inyong lahat at nabigyan nyo ng pansin ng karate. So that's all I can say. And Joanne, please take care of yourself there. Keep on training. God bless you all. Thank you.
Thank you, Sir Richie.
Thank
Sir
you again,
Ed,
Sir Richard. Joanne,
I
your
have
parting remarks, please.
Yes. Again, I'd like to thank also everyone here today for giving me the moment to speak to the people of the Philippines. I know this is what we have to do at the moment. So it's important that we continue to let everyone know that as athletes, we are still, fighting at heart, still have the drive, and we still have the dream to represent, and just to be patient and when the time comes, we'll work and continue to work and bring more pride back to the Philippines. So, and thank you again, Sensei. Also, Sensei Ricky, my regards to the family. I'm sending all the love and prayers to Ma'am Josie.
Thank you, Joanne.
Thank you, Ms. Joanne.
Thank
We
you,
have
Joanne. Maestro?
one. Yes, Sir Ed. We have a question here for Coach Vernon. This is from Sir Ron de los Reyes.
Okay.
Coach Vernon, around 2 years ago, I interviewed some of your players regarding their use of cars, motorbikes, and tricycles on the road as PWDs. How are they now? Is there any improvement on their acceptance as equal road users? Marami na rin po ba sa kanila ang nakakapagmaneho?
Well, thank you, Sir Ron. Well, right now, merong mga improvements nga, no? Lahat sila naka motorbikes, and there are some na naka-car na rin. Naka-car na yung iba. Then thanks for the support of of course yung allowances from PSC. But then on the road, they are being given a special treatment naman din, especially when they when the motorists see that they are they belong to the PWD sector. So although pretty normal, and but the parking lang ang problema. Whenever we practice gym sa mall, sa mga basketball gyms outside, so medyo problem lang is parking, but then yung driving, yung travel nila is pretty much the same with us naman.
Thank you so much, Coach. Sir Ed?
Okay. Thank you again, Coach Vernon. Your parting remarks, please.
Okay. First, if lumabas na yata sila si Sir Richard condolences, and to Joanne, I heard your story, we're very proud of you. Congratulations, and thanks for the sacrifice. Sir Ed, going back, maraming salamat sa opportunity. Not everyone knows what wheelchair basketball is all about. You've been the group, yung TOPS, is being very supportive of us. So napakaraming mga tao nakakaalam ngayon ng wheelchair basketball because of the first time that we guested in your show. So thanks for this, and hopefully masundan pa. Maraming salamat.
Okay, thank you again, Coach Vernon. So, Paister, magpapasalamat na tayo sa mga naging panauhin natin ngayong umaga. Again, on behalf of the officers and members of the Tabloids Organization in Philippine Sports and our sponsors, the Philippine Sports Commission, the Philippine Amusement and Gaming Corporation, and the Games and Amusements Board, we would like to thank all our guests and our friends na nakasama natin ngayong umaga sa 19th edition ng our TAPS Usapang Sports. Thank you again to all of you.
Thank you, everyone, and stay
Bye.
safe. Goodbye.
Thank you po sa lahat. Sir Richard, condolence po.